Hello, everyone. I am back with another cinematography breakdown of a music video that I recently got to DP and also Steadicam for. Whew. It was a long day, and I will say I sweat probably 5 gallons worth. But I wanted to talk through how I got the gig, how we approach lighting, camera gear, camera movement, and also talk through some of the ways that we had to avoid inconsistent camera direction with how we shot the video. But if we've never met before, hello, my name is Mika Matinazad, and I'm a cinematographer and Steadicam operator, filmmaker, also run just like a small production company. All right, so how did this gig come about? I was reached out to by my friend David O'D, who's a director and also photographer, and I had never worked with him in the past, but he brought me onto this project because he needed someone that can DP and steady under a certain rate. So those are two skill sets that I could bring to the video, to the project, and try to elevate it and make it more fun than just shooting on sticks or like doing a Dana Dolly or something. So it was really fun working with him because I've known David for a handful of years and his work has been amazing and have been wanting to work with him, so I'm stoked that it happened. If I had to put this in a category, this would definitely be word of mouth, personal connection. You know, most of the freelance work that I do get are these connections, friendships, things that have been brewing for the past 4 or 5 years, and like slowly putting seeds out there and just reminding people, hey, this is what I do, this is what I'm good at, please hire me, I need money. And over time, eventually, you know, these friends come back around, see the projects you work on, and they end up hiring. This was one of those cases. The camera we chose for this project was the Alexa Mini. Always looks good, you turn it on, everything looks 10 times better. And then we had a set of Cooke S4 lenses that we shot with. The 32 was primarily the main lens we stayed on. We had the 50, and also I think there was a 16 that we used here and there, but that was a really cool lens. We mostly stuck to the 32mm lens and didn't have any filtration in, just because we were going for a super clean, sharp, poppy, digital look. So we wanted to make it feel alive, clean, bright, which is kind of like what you see across the video. So the Steadicam was operated by me. In terms of movement and how we approached that, we didn't really have time to scout. So day of, we arrived, I think, an hour and a half earlier than call time, and we scouted the location, we scouted the house. We had one day to do this thing. We didn't really have control too much over the schedule. We were just trying to chronologically get through the shot list, get it done, edit it, put it out. In terms of lighting, this first Steadicam shot that the video starts with, you know, I had a light panel in the bedroom just to provide in some fill. We had one light source coming in through the window, a 600D coming through the window, just providing some more of that nice key light from the window on the talent. We follow the talent through the bedroom, and I track with him through the little tiny hallway and go around the corner. There were 2 lights that were hitting the corner and coming through diffusion. I think it was like an opal or a 250, and that was just providing some nice soft fill from the side as he walks through the hallway out the door, and then we transition into the next look. So that was one of the main lighting setups we had to do. And then the other one was at the end of the day inside the house. We needed to figure out how to light the living room, because we had multiple talent and extras coming in to be background while the artist does their performance take in the living room. So I had to do another, 600D coming in through the window, and then also 2 300Ds through the back 2 windows you see in the back of the room, and then another 300D with a softbox on the talent to just kind of continue the wrap and the lighting that we're getting from the side of the window. God, the performance is packed up. We're out of there. The rest of the shots that we see are just ambient light from what was provided that day. Luckily, it wasn't too sunny. Fairly cloudy day, so we had some help from the big man up there. The clouds saved our asses. collectively. So here's my 1-minute spiel on having consistent camera direction. As a filmmaker, one of the most important things to master is consistent camera direction. Avoiding inconsistency in camera movement can make all the difference on the final product. By taking the time to plan out your shots and communicating with your crew, you can ensure that the camera always moves in a way that complements the story you're trying to tell. For example, if your subject is going from left to right of the frame in one shot, it would feel inconsistent and strange to the viewer's eyes if the next shot is of the same person walking from right to left of the camera, because they're just opposing directions, obviously. How you avoid that is to break it up with a neutral direction, meaning either the talent is going straight down the lens or walking away from the lens, providing a neutral frame for you to cut between other directions that the talent may walk in. So one method is to break it up with neutral shots, meaning a shot where the person is going either up or down the frame to break up how the viewer sees the world that you're creating through the editing. Consistent camera direction is probably one of the first things you learn as a filmmaker or videographer, because you want your stories to make sense, and the sequences that you shoot in, which is another portion of this, matters so much, because you don't want to just get one shot of one person going from left to right. You want to be able to tell a mini story in a handful of shots to where you can connect things together, B-roll or close-ups of things, or even a wider shot to just give perspective of something or location in order to tell a better story. You have to think of your coverage in sequences. Don't only get one angle of the scene, try to get at least 3 varieties or 3 ways of capturing a scene to where you can connect them between 3 cuts. That way you have variety in post to work with. I hope that y'all got some useful info out of this. If you want to check out more of my work, link down below. If you're also an upcoming filmmaker or cinematographer or hoping to be a full-time freelancer sometime soon, follow my newsletter. I have some free tips and info that I send out. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.